Good morning, everybody. This is Alex from Brussels Cafe. In this episode of Coffee Break with Alex, the best coffee in town as always, we'll do a special edition for back to school and also Adora's GoFundMe campaign. So it's actually quite interesting. We'll go through that in a second. First of all, I want to say to all the students, to all the teachers from our community, I hope you had a great summer. We saw a lot of you guys this summer. It was wonderful. It was great to have you. Hey, now the summer went by so quick. We're already almost in the middle of August. I wish this was Belgium, where all the kiddos and all the teachers would go back to school on the 6th of September. But we are in Chambersburg, and most of them will start going back in about a week or so. So congratulations. I hope you had a great and safe summer, and you're about to hit the school. Hope you do well and you make your parent proud. So that was one aspect I want to say thank you. Also, another thing is last week back to school, first Friday was canceled due to the weather condition, and we're having second Friday back to school on the square this evening, downtown Chambersburg. Hope we see a lot of you guys. We'll have even a special crepes going on today for back to school called the Planet of the Apes crepe. Pretty amazing. It's for the people that like it. Peanut butter, Nutella, and banana is quite of a hit, right? So let's go quite shortly. This coffee break will be quite short, this episode. We wanted to create something for one of our workers, and here's the story behind. We're gonna go quite quickly about it. So for some of you guys, maybe you have met one of our new team member at Brussels Cafe. Her name is Adora. Stellar person. She's amazing. Splendid employee. She's definitely somebody that a lot of young teenagers should look upon, right? Miss Adora is very talented. She's super bright, super intelligent, right? So I was told a couple weeks back, after she started with us, I had to double check 9 times with Miss Katie, my manager, to try to explain to me what she was going through, because I never heard something like that coming from Europe. It was not something possible back then. That she did so well as a student last year that she received a lifetime opportunity. The lifetime opportunity that she received is that she can skip senior year. Hold on a minute. You're skipping senior year because you're so bright. That says a lot, right? So that's, now I understood the concept. I understood how it works after they explained it to me 9 times, right? So I'm really super proud about her. I'm sure her parents are as well. The funny part about it was that she received a mixed program assistance to start studying at Wilson College starting a couple weeks from now. We are, just like her parent and her friend, super proud that she can do that. So she's starting 1 year early. She just turned 17. She's starting her first year in college, right? Full-time student. And she works part-time every weekend at Brussels, super dedicated, hard worker. And a full-time student at Wilson. Now here came the twist. Cassius, for the people that everybody know Cassius, great school, very beautiful, amazing looking football field. Told her that she needed 1 more class before she can graduate high school. So here came the twist. She needs 1 last math class. She got that. It's cake for her. The funny part about it is that she's a full-time student at Wilson now, and they told her that she has to come down Cassius to take a math class. Well, how does that work? She works full-time in the weekend and evening here. She's a full-time student at Wilson. Her bright mind said, fine, I'm going to work even harder. So she's going to take the math class online. Wonderful. So, and she can do it. She's super bright. She can do it. Then Cassius came back and said, well, if you want to take the math class online, you can, no problem. It's beautiful, but you're going to pay $400 for it. Now, hold on a minute. I'm Alex here, and I'm sure a lot of other people would understand this from me. This is a public school, right? And maybe it's me coming from Europe Maybe I don't understand all the do's and don'ts and all the costs that it gets for a public school, but I know one thing. As a resident of Franklin County, I personally pay, and I'm not going to use a word even though I'm French, I pay a ton load of tax money for education, mainly also part for CASHES. Then you're going to go to a student, you know, it doesn't matter which student, and you're going to ask them for extra funds to pay for an online classes where there's limited access to teachers, lesser interaction, lesser usage of your space within CASHES. So the student's going to take the class online by herself to pass it because that's a requirement, and you're going to ask her to pay $400. Young Adora devastated. She put the bill on the credit card. I'm not a fan of credit card. Maybe I'm old school, call me whatever you want. I like to pay for things ahead. But I understood her situation. So I told her, I said, let's see if maybe the community will help you out. How about we create for you a GoFundMe campaign, because I don't think that CASHES should charge you $400 for a class that's going to be online, where it's free. They told her it was free if she was going to go on campus. So she said, "Is GoFundMe works?" I said, "Sure does. It helps a lot of people in need within the world. So the only thing you can find out is try it out. And the worst case, it didn't. But I have a strong feeling you'll have a strong help from the community, $1 at a time." Now, Brussels Cafe will vouch to match 50% of her campaign for her, and we'll see where we are in about a week from now. We'll ask you if you can please share the campaign and help her $1 at a time pay for her class. That would be strongly appreciated, because apparently CASHES wants to charge students to take online classes. Thank you, everybody. Have a great back to school. This was Coffee Break with Alex, and don't forget, there's always the best coffee in town to be found here.